Hi, I'd like to tell you why Spider-Man is the best comic character of all time. So sit back, get your web shooters ready, and let's swing into action. Most comic book characters, like Superman and Batman, were characters that many teenagers and young people could not relate to in the 1960s. Marvel Comics, led by Stan Lee, began to write and draw characters that were young and did not have all the answers, and had real-world problems that they could not solve. Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, was one of those characters. Peter was a teenager in high school. He was a nerd, a science geek, puny and unpopular. He was bullied by Flash Thompson and couldn't get the girl. He was a character that millions of people could relate to. One day, on a field trip, Peter was bitten by a radioactive spider and given amazing powers. You would think that having super strength, speed, and agility, a spider sense, would make things better for Peter, but in fact it made things worse. Peter created a costume and decided to go wrestling to make some money. Spider-Man becomes a celebrity and appears on TV doing amazing tricks. After being cheated out of his pay, he steps aside and fails to stop a thief, who moments earlier robbed the owner of the theater that stiffed Peter on his pay. Peter doesn't believe it's his problem. But when Peter gets home, he finds that his Uncle Ben had been shot by a burglar. Peter's parents had died years before and he was raised by his Uncle Ben and Aunt May. Now his Uncle Ben was dead, and Peter decides to use his powers to catch the criminal. He finds the killer, only to discover that it was the same crook he let escape from the theater. If he would have stopped him, Uncle Ben would still be alive. From that moment, Peter decides to use his powers more responsibly and becomes
Created using Powtoon.